Evelyn and I were reborn. We came back to the day of our wedding, right after college graduation. She was still in the makeup chair when she suddenly tore off the pristine white gown. "Tim," she said, her voice sharp and final. "I've thought it over. We're not right for each other. I'm not marrying you." I didn't try to stop her. I knew. In our last life, she regretted every moment she spent with me. A heart that won't warm up stays frozen, no matter how hard you try to melt it. And just like that, 3 years of love evaporated. We went our separate ways. Evelyn left the country, cutting off all contact. I stayed behind in Riverton. 7 years later, she returned, a success story with her childhood sweetheart in tow. They were the picture of happiness. Their engagement announcement splashed all over social media. But when she found out I'd been married for 4 years to the daughter of the city's richest man, her regret was a poison she couldn't swallow. "Tim, you promised you'd only ever love me," she'd screamed in our first life. "How could you do this to me?" But that was then. This is now. On a perfect weekend, I'd cleared my schedule to spend the day at the beach with my daughter. She was a whirlwind of joy, giggling as she flung sand and seawater all over me. I was watching her, my heart overflowing, when my old college buddy Mark called. "Tim, where are you? It's getting late." I'd completely forgotten about the class reunion. "Sorry, man. Totally spaced. I'll be there. By the way," he added, his tone shifting, "forgot to tell you, Evelyn's back in town. She's with Ethan." Ethan. Back in freshman year, he was my biggest rival. He and Evelyn were childhood friends, practically joined at the hip. Their connection ran deep, but I'd won her over, or so I thought. I still remember Ethan clapping me on the shoulder after she and I got together, a fake smile on his face. "You better take care of her, man," he'd said, a warning disguised as a joke, "or I'll be there to pick up the pieces." I had the housekeeper take my daughter home and grabbed a cab to the hotel. On the way, Mark filled me in. Turns out Evelyn had done very well for herself abroad. With Ethan's help, she'd landed a management position at a Fortune 500 company. The rumor was she made more in a month than most people do in 2 years. On top of that, her design work had won international awards. She was a rising star. Their return to Riverton was almost certainly to get married. Mark kept warning me to be careful, to not lose my cool at the party. "The person she is now, Tim," he said. "You can't afford to piss her off, and don't even think about messing with Ethan." "Thanks for the heads up," I said with a calm smile. "I'll be careful." I was stepping out of the cab at the hotel when a sleek black BMW 3 Series screeched to a halt behind me. Well, if it isn't our resident genius, Tim." The voice dripped with sarcasm. I turned. At the wheel was Kevin, Ethan's most loyal lapdog. He'd hated my guts ever since Evelyn chose me over Ethan in college, even threatening to have me jumped. I still suspected he was behind the random mugging I suffered just off campus back then. Kevin parked haphazardly and swaggered over, slapping my shoulder. "Tim, my man, years go by, but you haven't changed a bit, have you?" I just smiled. Before I could reply, a Porsche Cayenne pulled up, and in the passenger seat, looking like she'd stepped off a magazine cover, was Evelyn. 7 years had passed. She wore designer sunglasses, a head-to-toe brand name outfit, and flawless makeup. Ethan was driving, and when he saw me, his eyes narrowed into slits, a triumphant smirk he couldn't hide spreading across his face. Kevin, true to form, scurried over like a puppy, fawning as he opened the passenger door. "Ethan, you made it." "Yeah." Ethan got out and gave me a dismissive nod. "Tim, long time no see." "Long time," I echoed. Evelyn looked me up and down, the sandy hair, the dirty t-shirt, the board shorts and flip-flops. Her perfectly sculpted eyebrows furrowed in distaste. "Tim, have you gone backward? You couldn't even bother to change for a class reunion?" I scratched my head, playing dumb. "Didn't have time. It was a last-minute thing." Evelyn scoffed. "With an attitude like that, I bet you don't even have a girlfriend, do you?" I nodded. "Nope." Kevin let out a derisive laugh. "Come on, Tim. You were the star of our department back at Riverton U. How did you end up like this? You're embarrassing all of us, man. Don't you have any ambition?" Ethan could barely contain his glee, but he put on a show of magnanimity. "All right, Kevin. That's enough. We're all old friends here."